So you should be watching this video because you've got a busy salon, but the problem is that busyness and that turnover isn't translating to profit. So there's two main reasons that this could be happening to you. One is your pricing, and second is your cash flow. We're going to dive into your pricing first. So pricing is a really big topic in the industry, and I'm not just going to be another person that just tells you to raise your prices, because ultimately, if it was that easy and that simple, you might have done it already. So we need to look at the reasons behind why we're not raising our prices and what that looks like. Often that could be limiting beliefs. So we believe that we can't charge that for our area, or it's more than everyone else around us. So more than your competition. It could be that our clients won't pay. Just to name a few. Now, what I'm actually here to tell you is that these are all lies. By raising your prices, are you going to lose some clients? Yes, but to be honest, if your salon is that busy, you could do with losing a few anyway. The other reason could be people around us. So yet again, what opinions are we listening to? Always be aware of taking advice of someone who's not stood in the shoes that you want to stand in, not the shoes that you're currently in right now. If you're taking advice of someone in the exact same situation as you, all you are doing is holding each other back instead of pushing each other forwards. And we need to look at all of the things around this. So the main thing we want to come from this is every single service needs to be priced for profit. Oh God, I'm not even spelling this correct, am I? So that's what we're aiming for here, every single service. So you know, no matter what you do in your salon, who does it, that you are making money from that service. If not, there is literally no point in doing it. So now we've tackled that, we work on how we figure out our prices, how we do a tiered system, how we work that with supply and demand with our team, and we work with that on with our one-to-one clients. But I'm not going to talk to you about that today because they pay us an investment. I don't think that would be quite fair. The next thing we want to have a look at is our supply and demand. So we're going to be looking at where does our supply meet our demand. So this line here is supply, and this line here is demand. So when your supply is outreaching your demand, so you've got too much demand for your supply, everything here means that you're too cheap. So if your salon is over 85% utilized, go check your computer system reports now. You are overdue a price increase. I recommend increasing your prices at 80% utilization. Just so we're clear. If your demand is less than your supply, so you've got less clients coming in than you have hours to sell, that is actually a different issue. And this is where you need to work on your marketing and retention. We've got that all nice and clear. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, because I want to keep this video super quick and super informative for you guys, is our cash flow. So what we want to have a look at is, say for example, for every £100,000 we've got in, let's just use this as an example, what percentage of our money goes where? So ideally, your wage percentage should be below 35%. And your stock spend should be below 10%. If these two numbers are out of whack, that is the biggest issue that is eating your cash flow in your salon right now. So say, for example, a typical salon might say, okay, my wage percentage is 45% and my stock spend's 50, but you're already losing 60% of everything that goes through the till before you're making any profit and paying the rest of your business bills. It is not viable. If your wage percentage is over 50%, there's three main issues that could be in your business. One, you've got too many non-revenue producing staff in your business, whether that's too many assistants, juniors, or reception team for the size salon you have. Two, you're not pricing correctly, so everyone is busy, but the prices simply won't allow them to hit target in 3 times their wage. Or number three is that you're too quiet, so our staff aren't busy enough. But yet again, that's a marketing issue. That is not a pricing issue. Once we've kind of got our budgets in place, when your money comes into the bank, we want to separate it into 3 places at an absolute minimum. I hear people object to this all the time, whether it's, I don't want to open another bank account, it's too much admin. But reality is, once you've got it up and running, it's actually really, really simple. You can open extra bank accounts with your bank. If you use like Monzo or Starling, you can set this all up in app and you can make it automatic. So it's super simple. We want to put our money into 3 places. Number one, and most important, is our profit account. Number 2 is our working account. So this is where all your money goes in, out of, your wages, all that kind of stuff. And then number 3 is your tax account. Because our clients pay our VAT, we don't pay our VAT. It's value added tax. It's not a bill that the salon should be paying. So every time money comes into your business, you need to put a certain amount away for tax. So in the UK, this would be your corporation tax and your VAT, maybe your director's tax if you're taking a dividends wage. So that's where we want to put all of our money to. If you're not sure where to start with this, speak to your accountant. We've then got our profit account, which is the most important account, in my opinion, after we've paid our taxes. So you need to decide how much of this 100K is going to be profit. Profit should not be what's left at the end of the month. It should be what you put towards that, and then you budget everything else accordingly. So say, for example, if you wanted to run at a 25% profit, you would then put 25K away for your profit. So we've got 20% away for your tax, which would be 20K. This then leaves you with 55% in your working account. And this is to pay your stock, wages, and that includes like your national insurance, if you've got employed staff, pensions, all that kind of stuff. You're also going to pay things like your electric, rent, so on and so forth. And that is how you manage your money. So by simply separating it out, 1, we take a mindset shift that our profit is a high priority. And 2, we don't ever have that theory of, oh, well, if it wasn't for VAT, I'd be fine. Because yet again, that's a tax that we add on to the service. And we need to take that money out of the equation. That isn't our money, it's the taxman's money. Once we're super clear on all of this, we can then start implementing our profit first strategy. Now, you might be thinking at this point, and this is the most common objection I get, Cam, I can't put 25% away of my money. I don't have it. Which, 1, long term, you need to get more clients in or get those clients paying more. Either one of those options, nothing else will change. But to start with, put 1% of your money away for profit. So literally put 1K. And once you're doing that consistently, increase it to 2%, then go to 5%, 10%, and just build up towards this and budget your money. But I always say to people, it's literally better to put £1 in this account than to put nothing at all, because you're making that mindset shift that you now are putting profit aside, even if it's not there at the moment, and you want to increase that number. If you want to know more about how I grew my salon to 6-figure profits, click the link in my bio and download the guide.